Some exciting news for the SLS Las Vegas. They are going to debut their first comedy residency in January. It includes two Saturday Night Live veterans, Dana Carvey and Jon Lovitz. I think it's a great get. Cats columnist John Katsilometes from the Review Journal is here to talk more about that. This is exciting.
Yeah, this one came kind of out of nowhere, really. These guys haven't performed together on stage live ever.
Yeah.
In any, even a solo show. So they hearken to the late '80s. If you remember, the Church Lady and Tommy Flanagan, the president of the Pathological Liars Anonymous group. Those are the characters. Remember, there they are. Lovitz on the left and Carvey on the right. Carvey's still very active as an impressionist. Lovitz has become a very funny stand-up comedian post Saturday Night Live. He left in 1990. So what has happened is that they're going to bring them into the Foundry beginning in January for a total of 20 dates throughout the year on weekends, Fridays and Saturdays. And this is the first comedy show they've had there, and you're going to see not a lot of character work out of these guys, but a lot of stand-up work, a lot of improv, and they'll invoke the phrasing and the impressions that they did, but they won't be like in full costume and coming out and doing skits. At least that's what they've told me so far.
Okay. So. Yeah, I think it's a big deal because, you know, the SLS has been trying to kind of find its thing, and it has, and it's doing a little bit better, but this will bring something different to that property.
The Foundry is being booked, although this show doesn't fall under this category, but it's being booked by Live Nation, which is a very, one of the biggest concert and promotional entertainment companies in the world. And they just announced, by the way, Cheap Trick on New Year's Eve over at the Foundry just this morning. That just happened. So they're seriously, you know, making that place a thing, as they say, a whole thing. And we'll see what happens. It's very innovative in the sense that it was built as a theater first at the Sahara, then it was a nightclub, Life, and now it's a music hall and concert venue again. And they are fighting the good fight at SLS, I'll tell you that. It's going to be a fun gig. It
is. Okay, so Terry Fader, he is over at the Mirage, been there for a very long time now, and every year he kind of changes things up and he does a holiday show, and you always wonder, what's he going to bring to the table? And you found out that he has a new puppet that he's going to debut. We don't have pictures of the puppet just yet, but we do have some pictures of his holiday show that he does every year.
It's actually two puppets. It's David Bowie and Bing Crosby.
Together?
Yes, he's going to be singing in his own voice, "Little Drummer Boy." Now I'm of the age that this matters. I remember when this happened on TV, where it was a holiday special. It was a Bing Crosby special, and David Bowie was a guest, and they did "Little Drummer Boy." They duetted, and they have very similar vocal styles, which is interesting. And it's a very moving clip. And this was a long time ago, folks. But so Terry has taken that as the inspiration. He's going to sing as Bing Crosby and David Bowie toggling that number. Now, when I very first saw this release come out, and I saw David Bowie, I was thinking maybe Terry's going to go really off the reservation here and do Ziggy Stardust or something. No such luck. But anyway, this starts November 28th, and it's just another example of Terry's versatility. He's got a great voice. He's a tremendous ventriloquist either way, and he's been known to do shows in the parlor lounge also after his own shows and in just singing lounge act.
Yeah, he's great.
So,
he has a great voice. No
Amazing
doubt. Yeah.
Amazing talent.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about a show that closed at the Tropicana, and then we got one opening. Cherry Boom Boom. We talked about that, and they've kind of opened and they're closing rather quickly.
It was about a 5 or 6 week run for Cherry Boom Boom. We broke this last week. Thursday was when it was announced. Their last show was last Wednesday, and it was a case of ticket sales were never good for Cherry Boom Boom. It's a big room. It's an expensive room. It's an ambitious project that was none of it was cheap. I just keep using ambitious about that show. It was an adult show, and it was trying to compete with the fantasies and burlesques of the world that were a lot less expensive to stage in smaller rooms. And I felt like watching Cherry Boom Boom. You're watching all this stuff going on. The dancers are great. The set looks good, but what they call the throw space, a long way from me to the stage. Hard to you know, relate to what was going on up there. So they've closed, and that leaves what is opening formally tomorrow night, Band of Magicians, as the show in the Tropicana Theater, and that's in the 7 o'clock shot, Wednesdays through Mondays, and that's four magicians who are acting, you know, playing off each other, and we'll see how that works.
All right, we'll see how that works, and then you will report back. Thanks so much, Katz. You can check out Kat's column, of course, in the Review Journal. It's called Cats, and he'll be back next Wednesday. Stay with us.